Broke girls are running out of money and becoming homeless. Broke girls are running out of money and becoming homeless. Today's video comes from Men Only. Their channel is linked in the description, so you can go and check them out and support them. Guys, women are running out of money. They said they didn't need any man, and now they're heading into a horrible situation. Watch it in this video to fully understand why these broke girls are running out of money and becoming homeless, and how this is going to affect so many women going forward. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
I don't know how to take what I'm feeling right now well.
Fellas, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that's shaking up the dating world. Men flip the script as women spiral. We'll explore how men are changing the game, why it's causing such a strong reaction, and what it means for modern relationships. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. Let's jump right in and break it all down.
Do we think 40 is too old to date a girl in their late 20s? Like, I'm 27, but my friend disagrees and she says I need someone younger to keep up with my lifestyle. But all the guys my age don't want to settle down, so here I am. What do we think? I think it's fine.
You ladies really need to stop saying, all men are like this or all guys do that. The truth is, it's not all men. It's just the ones you're choosing. And let's be real, if you keep ending up with the wrong kind of guys, maybe it's time to take a closer look at the choices you're making. When you keep picking the same type of guy and getting the same disappointing results, it's not fair to paint all men with the same brush. Not every guy is out there playing games or messing around. There are plenty of decent men who are serious about relationships. But if you keep going for the flashy, charming ones who don't have their priorities straight, then you're going to keep finding yourself in the same situation over and over again. It's like shopping for fruit. If you keep picking the ones that look good on the outside but are rotten on the inside, you're going to end up with a bad taste in your mouth every time. Maybe it's time to reconsider what you're looking for in a partner. Instead of going for the same old type that's left you disappointed, try opening your mind to someone who doesn't fit your usual mold but might actually treat you right. And let's not forget, this isn't just about you. It's about the men who are genuinely good, who are overlooked and ignored because they don't fit into the mold of what you think you want. These men are out there, but they're not going to waste their time chasing someone who is only interested in drama or excitement.
So, guys, one of the big things that we do not talk about is female psychology, and how female psychology really differs from male psychology. How female instincts, how the structure of a woman's brain is different from a man's. All right, because we do not think the same. Women operate entirely on emotions, on feelings. Feelings are a currency for women. Emotions are a currency for women. So when they make decisions, it's based around feelings, not facts. They process everything using their emotions. Okay, they make their decisions. They choose the feelings that they like. They don't choose the facts. They don't choose. They don't look at the facts and then look and make a decision based on the facts. They make a decision based on their feelings. This is the reason why it doesn't matter if something doesn't really align with reality. It only matters what her feelings are telling her. And from there, she will choose the feelings that she likes. To make matters worse, women often choose the feelings that will give them the greatest stimulation, give them the greatest dopamine rush. This is the reason why women will choose things that are basically going to be catastrophic for them, but they don't care because this is going to lead to them feeling happy, making them feel good because they're going to get that hit of dopamine.
And real connection. So, before you say all men are this or all men are that, take a moment to think about the common denominator in your experiences. Maybe it's not about all men, but about the choices you're making.
We don't want to admit as men that there is a lot of shallowness going on here. A lot of modern women are shallow. The way that they choose men are shallow. They are not looking for good men. The irony and the sad truth is that, I've said this plenty of times, to be a true Chad, to be a true Tyrone, you have to be a broke boy. They want men who have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because that's how modern women operate. The average woman today has nothing to lose and everything to gain when she goes into a relationship with a man. He's the prize. He's the one that brings the value. He's the one that brings the utility. This is the thing, and that's when you start talking about soft guy era, they become very vitriolic because they know they have nothing to bring, and they demand absolutely everything. Women do not rule the world. We are not their slaves. We are not their property. This is what they believe. They believe that they rule over us, and that society exists. Soy society exists to keep men in check. They think that the government is there to do their bidding, that they're the ones who control the state. This is very incorrect. What they don't understand is that the state, in and of itself, has its own agenda. And there's Yuri, as this was a Russian detractor. He basically said that the state has people that it utilizes as useful idiots. Modern women, unfortunately, have now begun to fill that ultimate role. They do not comprehend this. Okay, and they think that somehow there is a pot of gold waiting for them at the end of the rainbow, when the reality, it absolutely is not. They operate as agents of the state. They basically do the bidding of the state, and in return they receive they are rewarded for this. So for example, by reallocating wealth and resources from men to the state, it doesn't matter how they do it. It could be through civil court, criminal court, family court, divorce court. They are rewarded. If they help put men in jail, they are rewarded, because the state is then going to say, oh, well, it's going to cost $120,000 to keep this man in jail. So I'm going to fine this man. I'm going to fine this man for tons of money. So let's say, all right, I'm going to slap a nice fine of $20,000 on him. So I'll confiscate whatever funds he has, whatever assets he has, whatever money he has in the bank. Doesn't even matter if he can meet that amount of money or not. And then I'm going to throw him in jail for the next 100 years. I'm exaggerating, but let's say the next 20 years. And while he's in there, it's going to cost money to incarcerate him. So the state is, we're going to need tax revenue. So we're going to take that revenue, because 80 men pay. We're going to take that tax revenue from the taxes that we collect, because, we're going to take that money from the taxes that we collect, because men pay 80% of all taxes. So, that's basically, again, money still being reallocated from men to the state. And we're going to use that to keep him incarcerated. And then after he gets out, we're going to turn around and then also say that, oh, yeah, by the way, you need to pay that back. Because in some cases, they also do that in places like Florida, I think, where they'll turn around and then tell men, oh, yeah, and guess what? After spending all of this time in prison, you also need to pay for the time that you were incarcerated. That does happen. This is the men, guys. Men, it's like men are never free. They are always shackled by the state. This is the reality that we live in, and women love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. Okay, and unfortunately, you can't reach Sims. You can't reach these guys. You have these idiots who pop up on in the manosphere, because they don't listen. For example, they go to the Philippines. They'll say, "Listen, the Filipinos are not better than women in Western society. They just do things differently. Okay, they just go about getting what they want differently." These men don't listen. All right, they think that they're gonna go over there and the woman actually loves them and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you are overweight. You are not in shape. I'm just saying. You think that you're going over there and you're hot, you're handsome because you're just a foreigner. No, bro, you have to be realistic. She got into a relationship with you. You don't even take care of yourself. I'm not saying that you cannot be a good looking person, but you are not a good looking person. You went over there, you found the Filipina. She got into a relationship with you not because she was attracted to you. She got into a relationship with you because of money. She wanted someone that was going to provide for her. But the thing is, you didn't even think deeply enough about it, and then you find out years later that she was stealing from you and all of this stuff, and then she basically takes the house, and you want to come to the manosphere and cry, and it's like, bro, Uncle Angry told you. Uncle Angry was warning you about this for a long time, and it just goes in one ear, and it comes in one ear and goes out the other. One ear and goes out the other. Like, just like how you can have a conversation with a woman and it just goes in one ear and goes out the other. It's the same thing with these men. One ear and goes out the other, because you're not saying what they want to hear, yet they want empathy from you. You're like, listen, dude, you went over there. You are acting like women are different. All women are the same. All right. They just go about getting what they want differently. That's the honest to goodness truth. All right. Female nature is the same. It is universal wherever you go. You are not going to find your Disney princess anywhere. And there's a guys in my comments who will pop up and immediately try to shut me down and tell me that they found their Disney princess and their woman is with their they actually found a woman who is perfect and she will never betray them. And it just breaks my damn heart. Breaks my heart. Look at this simp Judge Mathis. This guy was there putting down men, saying that women should always put men on child support. Look at what his wife did. His wife left his wife after 39 years of marriage. She is divorcing him. And the reason why she is divorcing him is because he was told that, well, he was not present enough in the relationship, and she told him to stop going off and working, and he didn't listen. So now she's gonna divorce him, and he's fighting for his marriage. Bro, that's not the reason why she's divorcing you. Okay? If anything, spending too much time with a woman could lead to divorce. The reason why she is divorcing you is because it's something that's building up for a long time inside of her. She is tired of you. She is bored of you. She does not want you anymore. She wants to go back to the streets. All right? The streets are calling. I keep on warning. I've said this for many years. That within every little girl, there is the streets. The streets call out to them. I want to vomit because I hear from some of you guys. I want to vomit. I hear from some of you guys, and you will tell me, "Hey, Angry, I have a 12-year-old daughter, and you're telling the truth. The streets are calling out to them. All right, I'm sick and tired of it. Don't, guys. It's the truth. It's the honest to goodness truth. All right, there's something wrong, and unless you as a man really reinforce in your daughter growing up that she needs to stay off the streets, do not go into the streets, this will not be tolerated. Like, you basically, and it's hard to do in Western society, she will always turn to the streets. She will always turn to the streets. The streets are out there, and it's like, "Hey, baby girl, how are you doing? How you doing, baby girl? Come here. Come here. You know I've got you." It's something in them. All right, because the streets are chaotic, the streets are exciting, and that's what women, some girls just want to have fun. No, girls just want to be they want to be the center of attention, and they want to be in chaotic environments, because most women will spend the majority of their lives in a state of chaos. So of course they will run towards chaos and crisis, and when it does not exist, they will create it in their environments, because that is what they are drawn to. So if it's not around them, then they will go to great means to manufacture it. It's a sad reality. There's an article that just dropped, and I think the article is pretty interesting. It's very insightful when we look at it. 45% of Americans who retire at this age will likely run out of money. That's insane. If we scroll down, we can actually see this right here. For generation 65 has been widely viewed as the traditional retirement age. But if you stop working when you reach this landmark birthday, there is a good chance you will regret it financially, according to recent research. Nearly half, 45% of all Americans who retire at age 65 are likely to run out of money before they die, according to the Morningstar Center for Retirement and Policy Studies. So Morningstar used its new retirement savings simulation tool to determine how long income might last during a typical retirement. The tool makes the estimates based on individual characteristics such as age, income, and savings behavior, healthcare costs, and projected longevity. According to the tool, single female retirees, all right, single women, are more likely than couples and single males to run out of cash if they retire at age 65. Now, guys, there's some other factors to consider. A recent study also found that single women currently spend more money than married women who are than couples. So an entire family. So single women actually spend more money than not just married women, but women who have that. But they not only spend more money than married women, but more money than families. So they will spend more money than a family of four than a family of four will spend. It's crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Single women are burning the candle at both ends. So how are they spending all of this money? And this is also in cases where both the man and the woman work. So when you have a married couple where the man and the woman works, okay, and they have children, a single woman will spend more money than a man who is working, a woman is working, and all the children in that family. That's the average right now. This is insane. So it makes perfect sense when you look at this and you realize that single female retirees are more likely than couples and single males to run out of cash if they retire at 65. So we have single females, 55% will run out, couples, 41%, and single males, 40%. So this is very intriguing. So if a man does not get married, he is more likely to not run out of money than a man who is married or are significantly significantly less likely to run out of money than a single woman. He's at 40%, at a 40% risk factor, while single women are at 55% risk factors. Now, and to make things interesting, I've told you the average man could live comfortably in a shoebox at the side of the road. If a man is smart, he will wait. This is something that a boomer actually said, in the comments. He said that, yeah, life was one big party, and he woke up one day, realized he was old, and started grinding like crazy, and now he's about to retire. Most of these guys don't do that, though. So working longer is perhaps the best way to improve your odds of not running out of cash, Morningstar says, while acknowledging that many Americans are unable to or do not want to work later. Morningstar emphasizes that logging an additional 5 years in a job can dramatically improve the odds that you can dramatically improve the odds that you will run out of money. Working longer both decreases the number of years you spend in retirement and gives your retirement savings more time to grow. Working until 70 also gives you an opportunity to delay taking Social Security benefits long enough to ensure you receive the largest possible monthly benefit. Guys, what's happening right now, there was a video sent over to me. I didn't feel like talking about it, but there's a company that I think it's BlackRock, and they basically make all of these decisions about retirement. And they make all the retirement policies that they push. And they're saying that the retirement age needs to be raised for pensions. All right. It's going to be for pensions and Social Security. Realistically speaking, don't be surprised. Like the way things are going right now, all of these boomers are going to be set to retire like come 20. I mean, just in the next couple of years, all boomers are going to be eligible for retirement in just a few years. The last of the baby boomers will turn 65 in 2029. So in just a handful of years, all the boomers will be 65, So, I mean, and they'll be able to take maximum benefits very shortly. And everyone kind of understands that, they're going to drain what's left in that pot. And it would not be unheard of for the state to basically say, we're just going to raise the retirement age on the boomers as well. They created this reality for themselves, and of course, they're going to blame everyone for it. But yeah, guys, single women are in a very bad place right now. They're in a bad place. All right, so continuing to earn job-related income until age 70 would mean that just 28% of all retirees would run out of cash before they pass away. Here's the breakdown of how many retirees in a particular subset would likely run out of money if they retire at age 70. Single females still at 36%, couples at 26%, and single males at 21%. This is crazy. Guys, who is the winner in all of this? Single male. So basically, if you as a single male, right, work until you are 70 years old, the chances of running out of money at the time of passing then goes down to only 21%. The message here for men is this: stay single and grind well into your 50s, all right? And if you have to, even in your 60s, you will be able to retire in peace. If you're a single man right now in your 20s and 30s, put in the hard work right now. Grind, save, invest. Don't just put all your money in stocks, all right? Put your money in gold, put your money in crypto, buy real estate and actual assets, and you will be able to retire. Because again, the average man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. The reason why women are spending more money, single women are spending more money than couples, is because women are throwing money away. They can't, no matter what anyone says, women have no financial literacy. Their desires are much larger than them. They are driven by social media. They are buying things that they do not need. They cannot control their spending. Okay, when a woman is in a relationship, she is forced to control her spending. When she has children, she is forced to control her spending because she has to take care of her children. She has a husband. She has someone who's going to hold her accountable, or someone who's going to say no. When she is single, she says, I can do whatever I want. You know, women's empowerment told me I can go and buy that bag. I can buy that car. I can live however I choose to live. And you don't tell me anything different. Guys, these women are ending up broke, and these women are ending up homeless. These women in Western society, older women in Western society, are the fastest growing homeless group of homeless people. And while you guys are like, oh, the state will always bail them out, guys, they're ending up homeless rapidly. They're ending up homeless rapidly. They're ending up in poverty rapidly, and no one's coming to save them. The future right now for these women is a lot of poverty. It's a lot of poverty. It's a lot of poverty, a lot of destitution, a lot of hardship, and they chose this reality for themselves. All right, they completely chose this reality for themselves. No one's crying for them. No one's out here. A lot of them are going to be finding themselves living in shelters, living in the streets, living in their cars, living in the woods, and the government is broke. The idea that we're just going to print more money out of thin air for these people is a joke, because we're already looking at crazy inflation. All right, the state does not have that kind of money to subsidize tens of millions of homeless women, to provide them with every single thing that they need: roof, shelter, food, all of this. Where are they going to get the money from? Men are hiding in their homes right now. Men are walking away. Men are just working just enough to survive, just enough to thrive, and no more. They are no longer working those extra hours. Men, the perception of women is also changing for men. Men are basically viewing women very differently. They're beginning to look at female nature, the way that women think. They're starting to say, okay, well, yeah, modern women are just kind of shallow. I'm just going to stay by myself. And if you try to shackle a man with a woman, it's not going to work. All right, men will run into the mountains. Guys, it's a stupid thing. It's like, you'll have men who basically would rather surrender everything that they have than be shackled with a woman, forced to live alongside a woman who's going to only it's a stupid thing. Men are losing their desire for women, and people don't even realize it. I find myself losing my desire. Men are losing complete trust and faith in women. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, consider checking out joining the Angry Guy Clubhouse. It's really awesome. That's the name of my Substack. You can head over there and you gain insights into world events, world building tips, practical living advice, social issues, and also you can find get a copy of my free digital nomad blueprint over there. And you can find my the Angry Guy Clubhouse linked in the description if you want to go and join that. What do you guys think regarding everything? Broke girls are running out of money and becoming homeless. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA men walking away. And cheers.